I still try to keep people up to date. You know, like when I was moving to Provo, I was like, hey, I'm going to move to Provo. I know that might be weird. You probably don't have founders moving to Provo all the time to write and paint, you know. It was strange probably to them. At the end of the day, like the great thing about the venture model and is the fact that like if you aren't one of those sort of rocket ship companies that's going to make their fund, like they don't care that much about you. You know, they just don't. Like I remember raising money, and I was actually talking to another friend who also has raised a bunch of money, and is doing sort of better than Gumroad, but not as good as Slack or something like that, let's say. And sort of this, we had this same sort of identical experience with raising money, which I want to write about. But basically, we raised money, and we just thought we were like the hot girl at school or whatever. Finally, and we just like didn't like we thought I don't know something would change, I guess. Like and then like life is the same when you have $7 million in your bank account than when you didn't. And VCs, you realize like their job is to get equity in companies, right? And so once they get equity in companies, like they go on to get equity in more companies. Like it's a sales job basically. And so once they've closed the sale, like they forget about you. Just like if they sold a house, right? Just kind of the same thing. And that's just what any portfolio model is like that. If you're, managing artists, right? Sort of same shtick probably. Until you do really well, in which their time can sort of actually inflect the company, and like Uber can turn from a $55 billion company to a $65 billion company if they hire this executive, whatever. But most of the time they don't care about you at all, which is that's not even a negative thing. I'm just saying it's just an observation. And yeah, it was just like we were like the cool thing. We were like having all the success, all these VCs. Like I was meeting all these crazy people that I've read about in books, and they're all trying to give me money. And then I took the money, and then it was like I have money, and that's it, You get invited to dinners, you get invited to CEO summits once in a while, you meet some cool people, but it's not going to make your business or break your business. At the end, I used to believe that like venture capital was like smart money, like that was sort of the pitch that venture capitalists used to make. But I think it's mostly capital. It's like venture capital, in all caps. And that's just what it is. I try to be friendly. I try to give them opportunities. Like whenever I'm in San Francisco, I'm like, hey, let's hang out. Like you're still an investor in the company. If you're ever interested in selling back your stock, like we'd love to buy back or like come to an agreement. We have done that at a 1x sort of return. So they like literally, besides inflation, have sort of netted out. We did that to our former employees that had exercised and were like, in the hole. We made that, sort of netted that out for them as well, which is cool. But it's sort of like, they're kind of like, let us know when you do your next thing and we'll give you a bunch of money again if you want it. It's sort of the way it goes, straight up.